We're at our secret garage and test facility, so let's see what we're going to roll out for this video. A 2018 Honda Accord touring model loaded with all the goodies. Everything. White's not the most exciting color on the planet. Yeah, I know white's not a real color. I get it. Don't email me. But it does a good job reflecting the heat on this hot sunny day. Decent styling from the rear. There's an emblem on the trunk lid, so all your neighbors and friends will know you sprung up the extra money for the more powerful turbo engine in the touring package. The base price of a standard Honda Accord runs around $24,000. That will give you a 1.5 liter engine, getting 30 to 38 mpg with the choice of a CVT automatic or 6-speed manual. The upgraded package gets you what you see here, a 2 liter putting out 252 horsepower, maximum torque at 1500 RPM. It's hooked to an excellent 10-speed automatic, and EPA rating is 22 mpg in the city, 32 on the highway, and 26 overall. This 2 liter turbo replaces the 3.5 liter V6 that was used in previous cars. Despite what you've read or seen in the media, the performance of this 4-cylinder turbo is about the same as a 3.5 liter V6 in terms of acceleration and fuel economy. Slight difference, not enough to worry about. Honda and Acura are phasing out the V6 in favor of this 4 to standardize production ability. Only one engine to deal with instead of 2. Plus, in spite of this sophisticated design, I suspect it's still cheaper to make than the V6. Just saying. Since this is the top of the line model, it comes standard with everything, no options. I'm not going to read everything off, it'll take too long. I'll just scroll down and show you some of the goodies. Naturally, this inflates the price tag a bit. And there's the total tab, plus tax, of course. These are some pretty fancy looking headlights, so we're going to take these out in the dark and see how they perform. We'll do that right now, as we do in all of my videos. I'd say it's dark enough, so let's check out these headlights and see what they do. Look pretty bright to me. Here we have the low beams on a building 100 feet away. Plenty of light, good height, no complaints. Go to high beam. Bright enough. And here we have the high beams on a building 300 feet away. Looks pretty bright to me, good widespread. Go to low beam. Just barely reaches out. I would say these are excellent lights, certainly have no complaints. Even long distance down the road. Plenty to see. Even at long distances on the street. Lights up pretty good. Good lights for backcountry roads, I would say. By the way, we do have a heads-up display with lots of useful information. If I can keep it in focus. I just love happy hour. Guess I'd find a way to get around here. Somebody screwed up. So let's take a tour of the cabin. If you're in the habit of carrying passengers, they'll be happy back here. Plenty of room. Lots of cargo room as well. A giant trunk, and there's a spare tire under there. We get a decent sized glove box. Lots of room in the center console as well. More storage behind here. Very simple climate controls, just 3 knobs. Doesn't get any better than that. We get a well-designed gauge cluster. A nice heads-up display. After years and years of complaints from myself and other consumers, Honda finally listened and got rid of those horrible finger touch controls on the infotainment and stereo system and gave us real knobs. Volume knob, tuning knob. You can't beat knobs. My favorite feature on the new Hondas and Acuras, the shift mechanism, simple buttons, park, reverse, neutral, drive. Far better than shifting that stick. I like it. If you're in a hurry, there's a sport mode button, an eco button if you're not. If you like shifting for yourself, there are pedal shifters on the steering wheel. By putting them on the steering wheel, they're always within reach with your fingertips, regardless of the steering wheel position. Straight line, mild corners, heavy corners, always within reach. You always know where they're at. A far superior location than the Italian cars who put them on the steering column for some reason. Well, mainly because it looks cool. This is where they really belong, on the steering wheel. I did have one complaint to voice, and if you watch my videos, you know where this is going. The infamous dirt shelf design. It's been raining all week. I've got mud, soot, all kinds of stuff on the shelf, which gets on your pants when you step in and out of the vehicle, which once again is why I'm wearing sweatpants. If you live where it rains or snows, you have to keep some rags in your car and keep this clean and wiped down. Not that big a deal, just carry a rag and there you go. It still doesn't explain why car makers do this, and I've been asking them for years and they just don't have an answer. Oh well. This concludes part 1 of our video, show and tell. Now we're going to do phase 2, do lots of driving, get some fuel economy figures. If you're sorry Honda took the V6 out of the Accord, don't be. This little 4-cylinder turbo is just as quick and more fun to drive, especially with the 10-speed automatic. Just press the sport button. There you go. Then hit the gas and away you go. Ooh, got some wheel spin there. Very smooth, sophisticated engine. Nice brakes too. Very strong. This isn't the best electric power steering I've ever used, but it's quick and responsive enough, so no complaints from me. The standard Honda Accord comes with 17-inch tires. This upgraded touring package comes with 19-inch wheels and larger tires. The good news, this improves handling and cornering ability quite well. As demonstrated on our turning circle, Honda recommends 33 pounds in the tires, so that's what I'm running right now. I don't think I'm going to get this to spin out. Oop, almost. The drawback is the giant tires provide a lot of road noise, and when you hit bumps, that racket goes right to the suspension. The upgraded Accord has adaptive dampers in the suspension somewhere. I don't know how that affects the ride. If this was my Accord, I would lower the tire pressures down to 30 pounds for a smoother ride, but we test at factory specs, so we're not going to do that. To see how the suspension does on impacts, we're going to drive over some speed bumps as we do in all my videos. I'm going to keep it around 25 miles per hour. And if you hear any rattling noises, it's not the car, it's the cargo I've got in the back seat. Definitely heard that, didn't feel it much. Here comes bump number 2. Very loud because of those big tires, you can't get away from that. And here comes the big nasty bump. Ooh, that was loud. But again, the suspension, while it carried the noise into the cabin, the body structure is pretty stiff. Not really a problem. Some people will be able to adapt to the firm ride, some will not. If you're going to test drive this, find a rough road, see what you think, that's all I can tell you. But the car does corner great, no doubt about that. For the next segment of this video, we're going to take this out and get some fuel economy readings. So let's see what happens. In the past couple days, I did about 50% heavy city driving and 50% expressway commuting for 24.2 mpg. We're going to reset this and take an expressway trip around 65 to 70 miles per hour. See if we can bump up the numbers. We're coming to the end of our trip. We'll pull over and see what our fuel economy reading is. There you go, EPA says 32. We got 32.8, pretty good thus far. We're going to get on the expressway and take a return trip. See what type of MPG we can get this time. On this trip, we were keeping our speed around 55 to 60 miles per hour, so I think we're going to get some maxed out, impressive fuel economy numbers. Well, we'll see. 28 miles, averaging 60 miles per hour, 33.9. I think that's the best we're going to see. In the world of con artists, this guy has a sign saying, "Give me money to bury my son." We did some checking on him with the media. Never had a son. Had that same sign for 3 years all over town. Got to hand it to him, though. He's probably making more money than me. Tax-free, too. I pull over and give him some money, but he's in the other lane. I'm over here. If you want to give him some money, mail it to me. I'll pass it along. See you, buddy. If you're looking for a vehicle with passing power, certainly has it here. This is a road I do all my performance BMW testing on. So let's see what the Honda will do. This engine loves to rev at high RPM. Comes in handy when taking corners along with the quick steering ability. This is actually kind of fun. I think we're going to lose some of that 30 mile per gallon fuel economy though. This vehicle really sticks to the road, about as good as a lot of the German sedans I've been driving around here recently. And the steering's certainly quick enough around these corners. Overall, very impressive. Well, time to head back to town and wrap up this video. If you're looking for maximum economy, the base Honda Accord with the 1.5 engine and the $24,000 price tag is certainly a good way to go. These run forever, long after the warranty runs out, and a very good value. On the other hand, if you can afford the $37,000 emission fee for a fully loaded Accord like this, it certainly provides a lot of car, no doubt about that. As far as my complaint about the dirt shelf and the bumping noise you get from these giant wheels and tires, those are just two minor annoyances, certainly not a deal killer. Wouldn't keep me from buying the car. Coming up, we have some links to some other Honda Acura products. Just click on and watch.